Oh, here we go. How to create the right reading goal for me, amount of pages, time, number of books. Brittany, that is a great question. And I love that you put right in quotes because I think deep down, you know that there is no quote unquote right or wrong in this scenario. So, the first question I would ask you is what is the purpose of reading for you? What, why do you want to read? Is it to relax? Is it to finish certain books? You're reading nonfiction and you want to read certain books. Is it to um, be able to read at a book club with other people? Like you have to, first things first is define why you are setting a reading goal for yourself. That will then typically help you figure out what, like where to go from there. Because if you are reading to relax, the amount of pages and books and time really don't matter. What matters maybe more is frequency. I want to read 3 times a week. I want to read both weekend days, right? Whatever that looks like in terms of relaxing. If it is, I want to read to get knowledge and I want to read nonfiction, then I would set maybe a number of books goal and even recommend what I did this year, which is picking the specific books that you're going to read. These are the books that I'm going to prioritize this year. If you're reading to read with a book club and you have to finish a book by a certain date, then you can work your way back and set a goal in terms of the number of pages or the amount of time. Both of those can be kind of interchangeable. And I would recommend just doing the quick math. The averages come out. I used to know these much better off the top of my head. Like based on the average book length and the average reading speed. I can never remember now if it's a half hour a day or an hour a day gets you to a book a week. And that is again based on averages and your life is going to be different. But I would first off decide what is important to you and pick a goal that surrounds that. And then the last piece of it is just to make sure that it is realistic. So once again, if you, let's say you wanted to set a goal to read every day because you know that it relaxes you, then let's say you set a goal to read 15 minutes a day. So that is almost 2 hours a week, a little bit less. If you do some quick math, you could pretty easily figure out about how many books that would look like, depending on how long the books are that you're reading. And so if you set a book goal that's double that, then those numbers don't line up. And so you want to make sure that it lines up with your life, and you can do it backwards as well. There's been so many people that have said, like, I want to read 50 books. Like, that's awesome. Let's divide that and let's do some quick math and figure out how much time per day that requires you. Do you have that time per day? And if you do, awesome. If you don't, then that's not a realistic goal for you. Vice versa can happen as well. I know there's one of you in the community who set a goal to read 12 books in the year and you're already at 14. So it can happen the other way as well. My sister is having the same situation where she's like already blown her reading goal out of the water. But you also don't have to set a reading goal. If you just want to read, don't worry about setting a reading goal. The last thing I want to say on this topic is it doesn't have to be linear. I was trying to tell somebody about this the other day, is that you don't have to, like, if you set a goal to read, just for simple math, 12 books in a year, it doesn't have to be 1 book a month. Yes, that is the average. That is what you need to average. But let's say in January and February, when it's much colder, you are reading closer to 2 books a month because you're not going outside and it's cold. But in the summer, when it's beautiful outside, you're spending a lot more time doing things outside, being more active. And so now you're averaging a half a book. That's okay. You could still hit that overarching annual goal, even though the progress is going to look like this. It doesn't always have to look linear. I'm just making sure none of these comments are not related to this topic of reading. Anybody that has figured out kind of a reading goal that has worked for them, maybe commenting on what has worked. Again, I know we're only 2 months into the year, but for me personally, setting specific goals or specific books for myself this year has been so much more beneficial than an arbitrary number, because I have been able to actually make progress on books that I've wanted to read, because I was like, these are the books that I am specifically going to focus on. And the speed doesn't matter. The number of books really doesn't matter. I mean, yes, it is a number because it's overarching number of books, but the goal is not um, to hit, some arbitrary number of books. So my goal this year is 15 minutes at night. Although for March, it just says read at night. My routinary timer is 15 minutes. I love that. My routinary timer in the morning is 10 minutes for my reading nonfiction in the morning. And there are some mornings that it is 10 minutes on the dot. As soon as the timer's off, I'm like, I'm done. And then there are some mornings that I blow past it because I keep going and I'm into it. And there's some mornings that I hit the end of a chapter at 7 minutes and I'm like, I'm done. It's not perfect. It is just progress that I'm making every day. You can also decide when you are going to read. Yes, it doesn't have to be an everyday thing. Brittany, going back to your original comment about amount of time or amount of pages, it doesn't have to be every single day. Like the example I gave, you could set a goal to read just Saturdays and Sundays. You could set a goal to read just in the summer. There is no set exact, you don't have to do it daily is what I'm saying. I just want to build a reading habit and maybe pare down my TBR list. Yes, I love that you brought that up. I actually have more time in the summer because I'm not helping kids with homework and such. I've also been setting up a TBR. If you don't know what that stands for, it's a to be read list per quarter for the last year. Yeah, Amber, I love that. And when I give the example of how goals don't have to be linear, I almost always use reading as an example. And I actually almost always use teachers as my example, saying, let's say a teacher sets a goal to read 50 books in a year. It might look like one book a month during the school year when they're very, very busy. And then in the summer, when they have a little bit more time, it might look like more per month. So your reading goal is 30 minutes a day. That's awesome. I'm a mood reader, but the TBR gives me a little structure and still be allowed to mood read. And you have to figure out, what kind of reader are you? The Lazy Genius has some really good podcast episodes on this about how to figure out what types of books you like to read and what is important to you about reading. I don't know exactly what podcast number it is, but it is very helpful. I also like the comment Laken made about continuing reading, even though I've met my quarterly reading goal because some books are so much longer than others. Yes. That is the one struggle too with setting an exact book number, is that books, they vary in length. You could read a pretty short, tiny nonfiction book that's 200 pages, although nonfiction typically takes more to digest. And then you've got some of these fantasy books that are hundreds and hundreds of pages. I ultimately read Iron Flame on my Kindle, but I have the physical book and I look at it and I'm like, that book is huge. It's huge. So it depends again on what is important to you. For me, this year from a fiction standpoint was not a quantity of books. I wanted to read those specific fantasy books, and I knew that those were going to be huge and take up a lot of time. So that is important to remember too. Yes, or what setting, subway commuting, before bed, etc. And then also along these lines is how do you like to consume? Do you like a Kindle? Do you like an audiobook? Do you like a physical book? What's the how in terms of reading? My sister and I also did a podcast episode on reading. It's less about reading goals, Brittany, which I know is what you asked about, but we talk about a lot of varying reading topics. I love this too, Jennifer. Great tip. I struggle with starting a new book. So picking my next book when I'm 75% finished has really helped. That way you keep that momentum going. Because I also struggle with this where I'm I get to the end and I'm like, okay, well, now what? And now I've got to pick the new book. This also a series really helped me with reading momentum too. Oh, here's this. One more tip is to always read one chapter of your next book to keep the momentum going. Yeah, as soon as you finish a book, immediately turn it to chapter 1 of the next book. I love that. These were all awesome tips. So Brittany, hopefully that helped. Again, I know you asked about a right reading goal, but all of these things are things to consider when you're picking your goal. And the last thing I will say, I know I said that 7 times. You can always change your mind. So you could set a goal and you could try time, you could try page numbers, you could try number of books, and then you could decide that that doesn't work for you and you want to try something else.